Unlock your potential today at skillbakery.com.
Welcome to another exciting video. Now in this one, we'll be learning how to propagate proper error messages to the calling functions. Over here, you can see an example, generate name tag. Now this method that we have, you can see that it accepts a parameter name and then it's trying to return either some or none values. So some is returned when you have provided a valid value, otherwise it will return none. But the drawback with this is the calling method will never know what was the reason that it returned none in the first place. So over here, what we'll be doing is we'll be first of all checking how this is working, and then we'll be updating this method to a better version where we can provide the reason behind the failure and the reason behind the error, and the same will be sent to the calling function. In order to execute this, you'll be making use of the pattern match, and here let's say we have two variables in our main method. So here in our main method, we have these two variables, name and empty name, and what we'll do now is we'll be making use of the generate name tag method to execute these two. So one with the name and one with the empty name variable. So let's go ahead and do that now. So here you can see we have the generate name tag, and when we are passing name, it's going to call this sum and it will print that name. Otherwise, when we are receiving none, we are interpreting that no name tag was generated. This is the method that we are providing from our side in case of failure. So let's go ahead and copy this and call it with empty name as well. So here we'll have the empty name version and we'll be passing empty name over here. Now let's save this and do a cargo run. When we do that, you'll notice that first one says, hi, my name is John, and then the other one just prints no name tag generated. Now the same method we'll be updating now. So here, instead of option, we'll be going ahead with result, and the result basically returns two things, that is okay or error. So we have okay or error. Now with error, we can specify the error message actually. So the error message, we can write something like this: name was empty, it must be non-empty. So we are now providing the reason why this method has returned certain value, and that is now being done using okay and error. So okay is when everything is fine, and error now comes with the reason. So now let's go ahead and tweak this in our main method. So here, instead of sum, we'll now be writing okay over here, and for none, we'll be providing the error. So now this changes. But here we have error now, and you can see that it's also coming up with a parameter, and that is what we are passing over here. So the method is now returning the error, and one is now aware of the exact reason why it returned an error. Now with the empty name as well, we'll be doing the same thing. So let's copy it from here and put it over here, and once that's done, we'll be running it using the cargo run command, and there you go. Here now you can see that the name was empty, it must be non-empty. That's the error that we are getting. So using the result, okay, and error kind of helps you in propagating the actual reason why that error was occurring. And with option, we saw that even though it was handling certain aspect of it, but it was not able to convey the exact reason, and that's why we updated it to result. The use cases basically differs for options and result. With options, we can say that it's useful when we only need to know whether something succeeded or failed, but don't need to know why it failed. So in this case, none is returned. The caller doesn't know the reason for failure, just that the name was empty. With result, we know that whether it's a success or failure using okay and error, and the failure variant can carry information about what went wrong. In this case, if the name is empty, the error variant contains a detailed explanation that helps the user understand the failure. So the result-based implementation is better because it provides detailed error handling, allowing for more flexible and meaningful responses. It makes debugging easier and gives the caller more information on why the operation failed, which is particularly important in larger, more complex applications. If you find the video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe.